MoneyNetwork of Real Spill Nation. You watching MADDGABBTV. I got the money part from when I used to be in like middle school, I want to say. I didn't really have much money, so I go straight out to the basketball court at lunchtime, and people be like, why you go straight to the basketball court? Why you don't never eat food? I ain't really got no money. So, you know, we'll call you more money because you need some more money. So that's kind of how that came. And then as I started coming up through high school, I really just started reaching out and building these like spider webs where all these artists and all these creators was connected. So that's where the network came from, because I just like to network with people. So MoneyNetwork is one word. That's for branding reasons. MoneyNetwork, one word. That's me. I learned I could rap at 12. I remember the specific story and the first bars I spit. I was on the way to the Denver Museum of Natural History or something like that. All the homies was in the back of the bus. You know, they going back and forth, making fun of each other, roasting each other. Never rapped before, but I figured I'd go, you know, try to get my bars off. So I go back there and I said, look at your shoes. You could have got them off of Blue's Clues. Whole crowd is like, oh, son, like, you know, we like 12, 13 years old. But from that moment, I realized I could use my voice to invoke opinions, reactions, emotions, laughter, happiness, sadness. And I realized how powerful my voice is. And that's when I realized that whether in a written form, a lyrical form, a spoken form, my voice has power, and I can change people's opinions and minds. No musicians in my household. My brother's a computer guy. My sister's a multimedia, like a journalist, more, you know what I'm saying, more into like behind the camera stuff. But really no musicians in my family. It's just something I found a love for and a passion, and I grew into it, and here I go. I think it was always an influence. I remember I was 6 when Pac died, and I remember how big of an impact that was on my sister. Me and my sister are like this. And I saw somebody that she didn't know influence and be so heavy in her life, the way that she carried herself, the way that she spoke to people, you know, the way she handled certain situations. And I guess I just kind of followed her footsteps with Pac. That was really the first person I can really remember that musically kind of influenced me to do certain things in my life and to carry myself a certain way, or to be able to talk about certain subjects that a lot of people wouldn't touch. Because that's how I felt Pac was. You know, Pac, I mean, Brenda's got a baby. Police brutality, shit was shit going on at that time that people weren't touching. People just wanted to make music and make people dance and party and stuff like that. But Pac was actually speaking from somewhere. I think that's where the influence really came from. I think it's misguidance. I really think as a society as a whole, I mean, especially our culture, a lot of us are misguided. We don't know, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. We don't know the right things, quote unquote, to do. We see a lot of the things that are negative glorified, and I honestly think that's because it's an agenda and it's meant to be put that way for us to stay in this crab in the barrel mentality, this cycle of, you know, wanting to just rise up and have everything that makes you like seem like you cool, the guns, the smoke, the drugs, all that shit. But I mean, we put such a value on that, we don't understand that this actually has no value at all. Like when you look at something like going to the club, like we really as humans go out every weekend into a building that got 4 walls and some loud vibrations playing, and we put that above everything else. You know, we work all week long towards our goals and our aspirations and our dreams, but in the back of our head, we just think about going to the club this weekend, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just misguidance. We've been fed all this stuff, and things put in our face on TV, the jewelry, the chains, the cars, and that's what we value. And that's all we want. So when you get a little bit of money, a little bit of buzz, and you're able to buy that stuff and then go back to the hood, and now everybody on you, you know what I'm saying, everybody rocking with you because you got it, it feels good, but that's not really the acceptance or the level of success. That's not a measure of success. A lot of people measure success by assets. Oh, I got a chain, I got the new shoes, woo doo woo. That ain't success. You look at people like Tim Cook, you look at people like Bill Gates, they wearing New Balances. They got on some cargo shorts, a white t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like they about to go to a barbecue and fuck all the food up. But they got the money. That's success. Success no matter about, it's not about what you got. It's about the assets that are tangible that you claim. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. I bust my ass, you know what I'm saying? So I chase the bag too. And the bag wasn't in my current city, which I call Real Spill, Texas, but we all know it's the K. The bag wasn't here. So I went to Austin, and you know, that's an hour drive. So I would wake up in the morning, get ready, take care of my daughter, get her where she need to go, and then drive an hour to Austin, work 8 hours, you know what I'm saying, with an hour lunch in the middle, so I'm in Austin for 9 hours, and I'm back on the road, another 54 miles to the crib, an hour home. I'm not a song guy. Like, I don't like the popping songs that's on the radio and shit. I mean, to each his own, you know. I like albums. I like bodies of work that really, like, paint a picture and have like that emotional roller coaster, and it's a whole body of work. The Good Kid, Mad Cities. If you want to dig in my crate, Get Rich, Die Trying, Thug Motivation 101. But I like albums, and I ran out of albums last year or the year before when I was driving to Austin every day. So then I started listening to podcasts. Shout out Joe Budden Podcast. The Breakfast Club has a version of that podcast. Tax Stone, Free My Nigga Tax Stone. I got into these podcasts, and I felt like I'm in the car with these people having a conversation. You know, I'm responding. I'm by myself driving for an hour, but I'm responding to these people, and I feel like I'm involved in something. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to try this. And people tell me the same thing about my podcast. You know, they sitting there in the car arguing with their radio. There's nobody else in the car. And they feel like they hit me up, they text me all the time, or they'll send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, at Music About Money, at Explanation. But, you know what I'm saying, just debate with me. And that's something that I like to do. I told you before we started, I majored in business and public speaking. I was also on the debate scene, a little bit of a nerd, you know what I'm saying. But, I don't know, it goes back to that power of your voice, being able to change people's opinion, invoke thought. That's what I like to do, whether it be through my lyrics or whether it be through my podcast. Shout out Fino, Fire Flame. Shout out Dalton. That's the president of Town Wave. If you're an independent artist, check out the Town Wave app. Retro Hendrix, that's my guy. Shabazz GQ, I would call him an activist. He's really heavy out here in the community. Man, the list goes on. Manny Mo, KB at WBM Pro Radio out in Austin. Marseille and Uriah of the Bells Plus One, over 600,000 subscribers on YouTube, or Bells Plus Two now, excuse me, they got a second one. A lot of people. I mean, we want to interview everybody. We want it to be, that's what it's about, you know what I'm saying? It's about spreading the culture, spreading the cause type shit. I don't cap, it's all me. Nah, it's not really all me. Shout out my co-host Lito. Lito helps too. And shout out the graphic designer who did it, Havoc Graphics, Havoc Boss. I'm not from Texas, I'm from Baltimore. You know, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised. I ended up in Texas through, you know, military shit, you know how that shit go. But I really attached to the culture, you know, and the, you know, the lean, the double cup shit, that's like the heart of Texas. And then we threw the mouth on there, the gift of gab, because, you know, I like my voice, I like to speak, and I like that. You know, so attaching the culture and then the voice and the gift of gab, and then we got to throw the grill on there, because it's only, you know what I'm saying, we only right, we in the K, we in Texas. I would say my honesty, relatability, and I'm unorthodox. I'm unorthodox, that's my goal. If anything that I ever want to be remembered for is being unorthodox. Like, when you hear the beat, and you thinking of your favorite rapper and how they would rap it, or if you a rapper and how you would rap it, I guarantee you not finna catch the flow that I'm gonna catch. That's my goal. When I start writing, I don't want anybody else to be able to start that same pattern as me. Like, my pattern gotta be so off key that you, like, every time you hear one of my songs, I want you to be like, yo, why did that nigga rap like that? Like, yo, he went hard, but why did he choose to rap like that? It's crazy. Consistency. If content is king, consistency is queen. That's something I've been living by. I didn't make that up, and I don't know who made it up, quote unquote. But consistency is something I've accomplished. A lot of people put out good work. A lot of people have a lot of talent. But if you can't consistently feed your audience, think of it like this. Music isn't like fast food. You know, you start eating fast food, you go get some McDonald's, then you go get some Burger King, then you might come back to McDonald's later, right? Music's not like that. If you're not feeding your fan base and they go eat at McDonald's, if you Burger King and they go eat at McDonald's, they not coming back. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, oh, he washed up. He gone. That's how people become one-hit wonders. If you don't consistently feed your fan base, then you're not going to be successful. And I feel like that's something I have been successful at, is remaining consistent, staying in people's face. Shout out In Your Face Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. That's very hard. Rap is my first love. It had to be rap off of rap. But see, I'm saying rap because it's for the culture, and I'm a rapper, and I was a rapper first. And I feel like I'm going to rap for the rest of my life no matter what. But I've seen a lot more success with my podcast. A lot more success, and a lot quicker. Not more, faster paced success with my podcast. So it's like, do I want to speed to the top, or do I want to grind? That's really what the question is. But I mean, rap always going to be in my heart. It's always going to be something I do. My favorite are probably like, I got a new song called Today, which is really close. It's really close to my heart. It's about one of my friends, Chris James, his death date recently passed. But he's been gone for about 10 years now. So it's about him and then the relationship that I did kind of have with my father. It's out on iTunes right now. It's Today, MoneyNetwork, by MoneyNetwork, one word. You can also find it at musicbymoney.com. But that's probably one of my favorites because it's real, it's raw, it really has a message, and it's real close to my heart. Another one would probably be my favorites. My favorites are hard because the songs I like, not everybody likes. But I'm gonna go ahead and say Jet Jackson just because of what Jet Jackson did to me. Jet Jackson was my single last year in 2018, and that's what skyrocketed me. That's what got me over 2,000-3,000 followers, 2,000 fans and shit. That's the one that let people know I was here and had people digging in my bag. So definitely Jet Jackson just for what it done, but not content wise. Nah, I don't measure my success based off of my followers, my listeners, my streams, none of that. Success is a state of mind. And if you're not successful in your head, you're not successful in real life. I mean, it's a lot of people who have mad followers who ain't happy. A lot of people who have mad followers who ain't making no money. It's a state of mind. I'm successful because I know what I can accomplish. I know what's within my grasp. I know the powers that I have. And I know that I'm applying them. I'm successful now. Am I going to be more successful? Yeah. But I'm successful now. I'm boring. Boogie, everything for sale. I just got my Boogie tickets. May 10th, I'm gonna be out here. Shout out Westside Boogie, you know what I'm saying? But Boogie I've been listening to a lot. I'm mad boring. I listen to a lot of repetitive projects. So I've been on his project that just dropped, Everything for Sale, and I was on his previous project, Thirst 48 Part 2. Other than that, I listen to a lot of Drake, a whole lot of Drake. I listen to Scorpion a lot, and then his whole discography. A lot of Joe Budden. I love Joe Budden musically. You know, he's been retired for a while, but I still dig in his bag. I'm boring music-wise. I don't listen to a lot of the new cats. I listen to a lot of J. Cole, too. Stuff like that. I'm boring musically when it comes to listening. Just listen to my stuff. I've been in my R&B bag lately. Getting real deep in my R&B bag lately. A little bit of like alternative rock kind of stuff. I like some of Blink-182's old stuff. I like some of the Yeah Yeah Yeah's old stuff. A lot of Maroon 5 is good. Let me think. I don't know. It's a lot of R&B I've been getting into. Shout out Masego. Hard. I definitely like to work with Tay Keith because he's been killing the game. Mustard. Locally, shout out Los. Excuse me. Shout out Los from Golden Ears. Los just got home. Welcome home, bro. Austin Martin, I want to fuck with him. I want to fuck with Kid Jones. Shout out Boots the Bless out of San Antonio. That's a producer I fuck with heavy. Verse, Illa Empire out in Colorado. Rachie on the Beat, I just did a feature with her. I don't know, I want to work with everybody. I would describe myself as a honest, unorthodox, and unique soul with a message and a voice that's consistent as hell. It's a double standard. Domestic violence is very serious. I wish I had the hotline. We're gonna edit the hotline in and put it in my hand right here. Domestic violence is very serious. It's not a joke. I think it's a double standard because you're right. Bow Wow had scratches all over his face, and the girl looked perfectly fine. And people were like, "Oh, he got beat up, da 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 da, whatever," or she, I never let a woman put her hands on. Whatever they're saying, spin it like Bow Wow is a quote unquote sucker for what he did. But if the shoe was on the other foot, it'd be, a catastrophe. Everybody'd be mad. There'd be a hashtag going around, Bow Wow be going to jail, et cetera, et cetera. So, I don't know, but it's, as much as people don't want to admit it, we treat the different sexes different. We treat men different than women. We treat women different than men. We all preach equality, but we treat each other different. And when it comes to things like domestic violence, things are different. When it comes to things like child custody and parenting, things are different, and people have different stigmas. But so you just really got to decide, is equality what you really want, or are we different and individual? So I think it's a double standard. I believe in equality. I believe we're all humans. We just have different ways of, either fertilizing or incubating eggs. So I think everybody should be held to the same standard. If hitting your partner, whether they be male, female, male and male, female, whatever, is something that's going to be not acceptable in society, and when it happens to one sex, we're going to treat it like this huge problem. When it happens the other way, it should be this huge problem as well. Just like everybody reacting to the R. Kelly documentary, if there was I'm trying to think of a Gabrielle Union documentary where she had a sex code and was fucking underage boys, y'all need to have that same energy, you know what I'm saying? Drake? The nigga who hiding the kid from the world, but the world wanna hide from the kid? No, but yeah. Soulja Boy is a legend, man. That's Big Draco. Gotta put some respect on Soulja Boy's name. He was the first one when you went to LimeWire and you was looking for 50 Cent in the club and you downloaded it. The first thing you heard was you. That was genius. He thought of that at like, I want to say 14, 15, maybe 16. He thought that's marketing. That's expert level marketing. The old bait and switch. It's the oldest trick in the book. And he was thinking of stuff like that at that age. He was also one of the first people doing internet vlogs. Him and Joe Budden. Joe Budden was up there too, doing like the internet vlogs, the YouTube videos. I don't know, he's just a marketing genius. He figured out a way to market whatever the fuck he had, because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like none of that y'all bitch y'all shit. None of that Yule, all the cranks and shit like that. I mean, I was doing them hoes, you know what I'm saying? I was like, but they weren't like my cup of tea. I was a real hip hop dude. Like I'm mad East Coast, mad hip hop bars. I bar somebody to death. I bar any of y'all niggas to death. But I don't know, he figured out how to market himself. And I don't think he gets as much credit as he deserves, because right after he started it, it was a huge boom and everybody started doing it. And then it's just kind of the thing people do these days. Like, I mean, look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. Even look at what Soulja Boy's doing again. He's taking advantage of these key moments and these memes that he can create. Like, that's part of the formula. If you can be a meme or be a viral video, whatever you have to sell is gonna sell. It's just free advertising. So I think that he was one of the first people to use the internet the way it was used. And if not the first to do it on that scale. If you ask people in the South, yeah. If you ask people in the North, probably not. But probably not. We probably don't get enough credit. But I mean, everything goes in waves. It goes in a wave where things were on the East Coast for a while, and things were down south with the Mike Jones, Slim Thug, Swishahouse, Chamillionaire era. Then things went out west for a while. Actually, things were out west before they went down south. You know, Snoop, NWA, Ice Cube, all of that. Then things went to Atlanta. Then things went up to Toronto for a little bit, back to New York for a while. But I mean, Atlanta's just been fucking screaming. So I mean, I think it just comes in waves. And people, because the generations change and people get older, they forget where certain content came from. Like a lot of UGK is what influenced a lot of Atlanta rap, I would say. You know, UGK and Outkast are kind of synonymous when it comes to like the regions and that duo type shit. So yeah, I don't think Texas artists get as much credit as they deserve. I think they definitely deserve more, but it's just a different thing. It's a lot slower. And hip hop it started in the East Coast. And you know, we started at a different pace, a different tempo, and it got mixed with different flavors when it came down south. So it's just like a preference thing. The Social Redemption is the third tape in a 3-part series. It started with The Social Network. The Social Network was about social media and how people place this high emphasis on social media and, you know, what's going on. They believe everything that's posted on their wall. They want to go out, turn up and shit like that. So that was the Social Network mixtape. That's my first mixtape, The Social Network. That was MoneyNetwork being social, making music for the club and shit. The second part in that series was Antisocial, which was the opposite. I went through a lot of shit in my life and I became a recluse. Kind of cut myself off of people and really sheltered myself. And the music that was on that second EP was real personal. So to sum it up, The Social Redemption, everything that I went through in the last few years, I needed to kind of put a nice little bow on and tie it up, see closure, accept things in my life, accept changes that were in my life, redeem myself from reclusing myself and being a recluse. I redeemed myself, and I mean, it's real short, 5 songs, but each song is the closing chapter to a different part of my life. It's a roller coaster ride. It's emotional. It's complex. I would say I'm a full-time artist now. I got many bags I'm pursuing, so my attention is spread in different categories, but I take it as serious as being a father. I mean, I may not be with my daughter right now, but I'm a full-time father. That never changes. So I may not be on the mic right now, but I'm a full-time artist, full-time rapper. I just think my goals are different. I think a lot of people's goals are to get the viral moment or be the #1 dude. I love making music, and people tell me time and time again that my music is good. I make good music. It feels good to me. I got a passion for it. My only goal is to raise my residual income, which is music, and make it higher than my actual, you know, what I'm making on a daily basis. But I feel like I'm a full-time artist, I would say. I work on music every day. Every single day I do something for my passion. Because that bag would be right and it'll be less work on me. When you're independent, a lot of people that hear all that shit about 360 deals and bad paperwork. Read your paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Negotiate, sell yourself. have a lawyer, and you'll get a good, you know what I'm saying, get a good deal. That's where the bag is at, because if you independent, you gotta hire a social media manager that's gonna do all your social media shit and be typing and promoting shit all day. You gotta hire a videographer, you gotta hire, you know what I'm saying, a producer, you gotta book studio time all yourself, all that shit. But if you get signed, there's people that do all that stuff for you, but you just gotta make sure the bag's right, because a lot of that stuff will come out of your pocket when you're signed. But you can get that put in your contract that the record label funds a lot of that shit. And you know, if you know your numbers and what you're responsible for, sign some paperwork. I signed some paperwork in a breeze. Give me a deal. Shit, I know what I'm worth. I know how to negotiate. I know how to read. I know what shit means. I know how to ask questions. That's what a lot of people don't do too. A lot of people want to seem like they're a lot smarter than they are. So they'll read some shit, not understand it, won't ask some questions because they don't want to seem like they're stupid or like it's a dumb question. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to know exactly what my paperwork means. If it don't agree with it, I'm not just going to jump at a dollar bill. I'd rather be signed, honestly. It's a lot less stress on me. I can just do my artistry. You gotta get creative control in your contract. You gotta have some kind of creative control in your contract. Some kind of creative control, some kind of demand, some kind of timeline, some kind of an agreement. If you can't get that in writing, then don't sign anything. If I can't get a, at worst, release date for my project, there has to be something in line. Like, if my advance is X amount of dollars, and I'm signing a 4-album deal. Let's just put some numbers on it. Let's say my advance is $1 million. I'm signing a 4-album deal. In my paperwork, I need to know that I'm signing this deal in 2019. Then my first album, at its very latest, will be out by 2020. And if not, there needs to be a clause that says y'all owe me more money. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Get shit like that put in your paperwork. Hold their ass to the fire. Get a lawyer that's gonna take care of shit like that. So when shit's not happening, shit's not being delivered, oh, you're not looking like Lil Wayne and can't put your music out. Have some creative control. And if they're not giving you that, then don't take it. Know what's your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody offer you $20,000, that probably means you're worth like 50. Because they gonna lowball you. That's how everybody do. Everybody's selfish. So just protect yourself. Know your stuff. Do your research. Something else I want to mention. Research. In today's day and age, a lot of us, we don't trust experts anymore. Because we have access to everything. I don't need to listen to you. I can just go Google some shit. But a lot of people don't Google the shit. Somebody will tell them something. They act like they know it because they know they can go research it, but then they don't go do the research. So now they really just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Go do your research. Everything's out there. Look it up. Really look it up. This was my first haircut. When I was like, I got pictures when I was like in kindergarten with the high top fade. But see, what happened is my high top fade grew and grew and grew, and then it started falling down because it was so tall. So then I just grew out the sides and I got braids. And I had braids until I was like in 8th grade. Then I got the cut it, got the fade. And then I grew it back in like 10th grade, and I had long hair until I joined the Army. But I do the high top now. So number one goal is to remain consistent and to do. I used to do these things where I would say I'm gonna do something, like I'd be on the way home driving and be like, oh yeah, when I get home I'll make this song. When I get home I'm gonna edit this video. But then, I'm just chilling and I forget about it and I don't do it. So one of my other goals this year is to, every time I have an idea, creative, or even if it's not creative, it's administrative, so I need to edit something on the website, I'm just gonna do it. Taking no time, just doing it. Just doing the shit, like fuck how tired you are, fuck what you got going on tomorrow, like the time is now. And I do a lot of stuff with feeling. I see through birds. No, I'm just joking. But that's an inside joke. But I do a lot of things through feeling. So like I'll turn the beat on and I'll hit record and I'll go stand in front of the mic and I'll do that, and then I'll just schedule a podcast out of nowhere. So impromptu, spontaneous, just doing shit. That's what my working style is. Just going for it and feeling it, making it natural. Got the Real Spill 2nd edition Shining Grill tees. I should have wore one today under my hoodie, but I didn't. That was my plan, was to wear that, but things changed, wardrobe. But we got the 1st edition, or the 2nd edition Real Spill Shiny tees. We have 9 pink and black Real Spill glitter shiny tees, limited edition. We're never printing the pinks again. It's only 9 shirts. So hit me up at Music by Money, at Real Spill Nation, on all social media, and holla at me. We see if we can get you in that running for the 9. There's a couple things you got to do, but I'll holla at you. We also got the khaki and black dad hats coming. We got the black hoodies coming for the cold weather. All of them got the Real Spill Shiny Girl logo tees on it. It'll be, you know what I'm saying, the Gift of Gab mouth on a double cup, lean spilling out, shiny glitter tee. They wash great. They come out of the wash amazing after 4 or 5, 6 washes. You still got all your glitter. But we're going to have a lot more merch than that too. We want to do something like lighters. Not that we support people smoking and ruining their lungs like that, but some stuff like lighters. I want a coffee mug just for me. I'm a coffee guy. But a lot more merch coming, man. Just stay tuned to the website, musicbymoney.com/realspill if you want to get specific. Musicbymoney.com got links to all this stuff. Musicbymoney.com. You can find everything on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, everything. Just type in Music by Money, it'll all pop up. Musicbymoney.com, at Music by Money on all social media, and then just Money Network. If you search Money Network, it's one word, MoneyNetwork, on Spotify, Tidal, Instagram, whatever, you'll find it. Music by Money, that's me. Musicbymoney.com, Money Network. I say, be true to yourself. Don't try to sound like anybody else just because that's what's popping. Don't try to be like nobody else because that's what's popping. Whether that comes to being a musician or just life, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like these niggas that's out here running around with guns and these niggas that's out here running around being stupid, man. That should only be cool until you like 25. And then by that time you either dead, in jail, or hating where you at in life because you got to fucking scrape from the bottom. Fuck all that shit. The cool people is the people who educating themselves, whether it be college or otherwise. The people who building a trade, the people who got a craft, doing something with their hands. You know what I'm saying? If you like videos, get a camera, do videos, charge people. If you like internet or social media and shit like that, become an internet promoter. You know what I'm saying? Promote other people's social media pages. Use what you got and what you enjoy and make something out of it. Don't be just fucking hanging around with your dick in your hand all day, smoking weed and holding the gun thinking you tough. Cause that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere but kill. Cause I mean, everybody tough. And a lot of motherfuckers don't care. I care. I care about a lot. Like, but there's people out here, you walk outside, motherfuckers don't care. Like, they'll shoot you and go to jail and then brag about it. I give a fuck. I don't wanna go to jail. I ain't trying to be tough. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. That's the inspiration. Don't give a fuck what nobody think about you. Don't try to be nothing for nobody. Just be you.